presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Hey, Robert, how you doing, man?
Yes, good, and thank you for taking my call. I wanted to let you know that I've been a subscriber for a couple of years, just different members of your team, and I really enjoy it. But really the reason I'm calling is to express my sincerest gratitude for you providing that information yesterday on the small business grant. I'm a small business owner and primary breadwinner for my family, and if I can get that money, it's going to really mean a lot to my family. So
that's awesome.
Thank you for taking the time to do that.
No, well, listen, man, we appreciate you growling a problem with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We have 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Don't take anything personally. Your truth is personal to you. Your own opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements and are personal to you. It's no one's truth but your own. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 224, NASDAQ off 105, S&P's down 32. Gold contract down 1860, trading at 1872 an ounce. We have silver off 48 cents, $21.94 an ounce. Light sweet crude down 72 cents, $77.75 a barrel. Notes and bonds. A 10-year note down 11 ticks, trading out at 113.02 to 30 off 13 at 127.30. And King Dollar. King Dollar right now, let's get this baby up. Where are you? Okay, so King Dollar right now is trading down 184 ticks. Euro is at 107. Yen is at 131. The British pound is at 121 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. We are going to do this exercise again, folks, because when we left off yesterday, the bottom line is that what we had, you had divergence, and what you had is you had the S&Ps, okay, and an ABC, and a confirmed ABC down. Now, this is, this is pretty cool, folks, okay? You can see when we took out the B point, bottom line, and then it turned into a complex one. All that means is that, yeah, it got above the B again. Now, as we opened up this morning, if you were basically following this, the bottom line is that this was a nice place to sell it, man, because it didn't get over the highs that were generated either yesterday or the day before. You knew you were an ABC structure down, and you also knew that the ABC structure down was going after the high volume low that had been generated on Tuesday. Now, that high volume low was, 4099, and we just hit 4094, okay? So that's when you're going from one day to the next day, it's important to really wrap your head around how this works, okay? It doesn't. This one worked. Didn't mean they're all going to work. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, though, when you're on it and you're analyzing markets, this is a huge piece of information that you want to basically keep and trade off of. I trade off them all the time, okay? They don't always go just like this, but the bottom line is that percentage-wise, it's a huge number. Now, that being said, watch this, because guess what? We got another one. We just broke a B point again of an ABC structure down. So this one here, what you're going to see, now watch how this shakes out, because this is pretty cool. First, I'll do the ABC down. What you're going to see here is that when we broke with volume big time, right when I was getting on the air, okay? That ABC and the market has a price projection of 4086. Okay, so that's the next move down, 4086. We'll see if we get it today. We might get it today. See if we get it tomorrow. Bottom line, you want to keep your head wrapped around it in a monster way. And it doesn't matter watch. Let me see. I want to see if we get divergence today. Now, yesterday we had divergence, which makes it a little bit harder. You can see even the SPY's in ABC down. Broke it with volume. The low of Tuesday, was 407.57. Well, we just did 407.38. And You get another ABC down. So now let's go to the NQs, because what we had yesterday, the NQs had not broken the B point with volume. We broke it, but not with volume. But guess what? There's going to be different today. And you still get down there. See this, man? Oh, we're going south, man. We are going south. Well, first off, let me bring this back here so you can see what we're going after. No, let me just do the ABC down. So what you're going to see here, when we broke, the A point on this is, let me see what that looks like. 12,561. So you get 12,561. Your B point on this is 12,453. So you got 108 A to B. Your C point is 12,486. That gives you 12,378. And right now, the low for the day was 12,421. So you're talking about 50 points lower than we were. That's the ABC structure on the way down. And what that is saying is that if we go back, we're going to go right to the dollar, because this will be intriguing. You can see, the dollar today, bottom line, as I said earlier today, dollar's down big and gold wasn't moving. It was like, okay, man, one isn't wrong. And, I took the aspect of the dollar being down, the S&Ps have already an intraday ABC structure down that was carrying over. Well, sure enough, bottom line, we've gone from 102, 640, and you're at 103, 219, and what does that do? That jams up the markets in a monster way. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here today, and let's just see if we're going to get any volume. So inside the NYSE, you're at 460, so you're going to get an expansion of volume from yesterday, not an expansion of volume in general. The NASDAQ, though, man, this is so wild. So one day the NASDAQ is like, seems it's stronger, and then the next day, see, I don't want to be it. Right now, we're at 4.2 billion in the NASDAQ, so that's going to blow out 5.5 billion, somewhere along that number. So we'll go take a look at some of the higher volume equities in this market out here. Okay, where are you? Put this. Oh, wait, 1 second. What did I just do? Oh, I got it. Okay, but I got to put. There we go. Okay, there we go. Come on. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to have to fix that. Right now, it's not giving me them. Let's go to notes and bonds, because this is important. Notes and bonds, looks to me, folks, notes and bonds also, you talk about giving it up in spades. They look to me like they're an ABC structure down. This will be good here, 1 second, because they tried to get higher today. They couldn't do it. Yeah, so this is actually, they broke the swing at the same time. We were not going to get enough for an ABC down, because this was actually pushing higher with lighter volume. You can tell the first day, if we go back to Monday, you're down on 1.9 million. You try to go up on 2 million. You try to go up on 1.5, and now we're going south on 1.3. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kegstad's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kegstad breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the market's open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 250. You get the NASDAQ off 111. S&Ps are down 36. Let's go look at the composite for a second. And so the composite right now, okay, so you're definitely trying to get inside the lower range is a long way in the composite. The lower range in the composite is like 11,570, and we're at 11,800. Now you're coming into the strength, so this is going to get interesting. The top of the strength is we're already 100 points into it. Now that's going to be a problem for the composite. You know, if we stay down at this level, that's going to definitely lay up a problem. And we'll see where it can go, but that's a problem. So let's go inside the NDX first and take a look at the strength versus the weakness today. So you get AstraZeneca is up 4.8%. O'Reilly Automotive is up 3.5%. Tesla's up 3.2%. Taken away from it, Lucid's down 10%. Google's down 5.5%. Big numbers. So if we look at Google for a second, Google's getting no love out here, that's for sure. So you're down on volume. And I believe we still have a high volume low in Google. Let's look at this. Yeah, we do. Yeah, that high volume low is laying out there at 82.39. So I'm going to put this on a monthly. Now it's going to get intriguing about this, folks, and this is why I want to watch Google. You know, we've been watching, the highs of the lows of the pandemic March low for a long period of time. Now, in Google's place, that was $70.35. Now, what Google did is Google came into, so that was March. This is a monthly you're looking at. So we had 3 or 4 good months, and the first time that Google stopped in its tracks had been another high volume day, okay? High volume month, rather. And the top of that was 86.70, okay? So we came down to 82 and rejected. You had 212 million shares versus the 346. So if you're a candidate that you're saying, okay, Google, bottom line is Google, and you might want to be looking to buy it, well, what you want to do is first you want to let it get down to this first low. And if you have a big contraction on the first low, that'd be the buy. That's the bottom line. That's how it's set up. If you don't have the contraction, guess what? That second one on the way down would be the buy. And if we go straight down, it's going to be really hard to get higher volume than either one of them. That's how this kind of shakes out because, we've just came down from 104, 108 in January I'm talking about. 108 on down to 94. You know, the swing point down here is the 83. So we'll see how this is going to shake out. We go into the, let's go. Now, the other side of that, Microsoft is getting all the love. There's no two ways about that. And if we take a look at Microsoft, it's down $2.15 today. Put this on a monthly. So this here, this also, see, this is pretty cool. They stopped at the same place, man. Yeah, they stopped at the same place. And in both cases, see right there, it had volume. So the top of that was 232. We got to, well, it got to 213. And we'll see if we get the volume. It's got the price going, but we'll see if we get the volume going. That's how this baby's shaking out. Well, we were listening to Dave White a little bit earlier. This is pretty wild when he was explaining that the 747, right, came out today in 1969. Well, the amazing part, and he was talking about the upstairs and the, you know, I happened to be really lucky. What happened is that I was in the Marines and I was stationed at Quantico. And so Quantico, Washington, D.C., bottom line, this is crazy. Washington, D.C. to Boston is a big route anyway. Well, they threw the 747s on there, and that's when they actually did give a military discount because it was $24 for me to fly from Washington, D.C. to Boston to go home. And the bottom line is that, you know, it was quite a deal. Now the difference is we were only making $113 a month. But listen to this. This is crazy. That plane, like what would end up happening if you fly, we had to fly in uniform. Well, you had to fly in uniform to get the discount anyway. So they'd always put us upstairs, right? So picture this. I'm 18. You're supposed to be 21 to drink then anyway, but that didn't, you know, they didn't ask me for an ID. But folks, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing because you're talking about, this is how it used to be. Picture this. You'd go, it's 747. There's a spiral staircase. You go upstairs. They actually had a piano bar. People would sit around the piano bar. The flight attendants would serve you drinks, and people are singing, man. I mean, it was just a total mind blower. And now this is the heaviest part of all of that. And think about the aspect. Now this is in life and in markets, okay? And what it is that there was no assigned seats upstairs, you know. This is what they had. They had the piano. They had places around it. You could stand up. Well, at that point, you could even smoke. Now, how crazy is that? Yeah, you could smoke. Anyway, it was a great time. That's the real bottom line. And you can see how things have changed. You know, the airlines are the first ones that, you know, what's the type of pricing? Every seat is more. Now we're going to have, now you're having movie theaters do it. Now listen to this. The kicker is, so picture, they only flew those routes. Well, I got moved after a while anyway. So I don't know how long they actually flew them. But that was like insane. But do you know what gas was then too, folks? 35 cents a gallon. 35 cents a gallon. So you can imagine, you know, I was listening to Dave, and what he was saying is that the gas mileage of the 747 like was beating out everything, okay? So, you know, it's pretty amazing that, you know, yes, it's 50 years ago, maybe 60 years ago, right? 60, 70? No, 60, 55 years ago, whatever. Bottom line is that you can see that the aspect of everything is times, you know, 15. Now, you know what's really intriguing? When I Googled the gas price, because I thought that's what it was. I said, no, it can't be that inexpensive, but it was. Now, listen to this, though. This is how, just not inflation, 35 cents inflation adjusted for today is only $1.75. So you can see that as companies grow, bottom line is they're going to keep pushing as much as they can in order to basically push prices. That's how it goes until, you know, either people run out of money or they're running out of customers. That's just how it shakes out. We have the Dow. Let's see. We break this again here. Let's see what we looked at here. Okay, so, yeah, you're going. What did I say? It's 40. What number? 4086. Well, listen, we're almost there. See this? We're at 4089 right now. The ABC down, we started the program, 4086. We hit 4089. Now that's a 1-to-1 too. And there's it's 326. Yeah, we're gonna have some selling. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. We have the Dow. Dow Industrial's down 273. Nasdaq's off 128. S&P's down 42. Come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 272. Nasdaq's off 132. S&P's off 41. Let's go take a look at Unity Software. This is intriguing. It's got a little rocket ship in a bad day. Okay, so the low's 21. The high is 119. They're coming out with their numbers on the 22nd of February. Let me just look at this. Is this something that... Okay, so the bottom line is that this is a company that offers graphic tools. It monetizes 2D, 3D content for mobile phones, tablets, PCs. You're up 350, and you're coming into... Now, I like how this is swinging. This is coming in. Okay, so picture. You have a swing point here at $42.24. That swing there, the first time up, we're going back in November, and that had volume of 13 million. We came up last week with 20 million, and we got to 41.80. Let me see this. 41.80, 42. So it didn't make it. Today we're going up 42.18. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. And missed it by a penny. Okay, so 42.24. No, 42.24. Okay, so this is a cool one to look at, folks. Okay, and the reason is that. So this is. I'm going to go slow on this, but this is. Okay, so here's the swing point, right? The first time you come up to the swing, you have an expansion of volume. It can't take it out. Next time we have the swing, you get another expansion of volume, and you still can't take it out. Now, what that says is that says there's a monster seller right here. Right here, man. They don't want it to go over that swing. No, it's not that they don't want to go over the swing. They're happy with the price that they're getting. Let me do this. I want to see what I'm doing. What you're going to see right now are the amount of larger sales that are going through. So, and the times on the left-hand side. What I'm looking for in here, you can see when this 39, 42, there's 41. Yeah, they've been unloading this. See this right here? 41 on 98. The high's 42. There's 35,000. There's 47,000. There's 30,000. This is the same. This is speculation on my point, but this is normally how this works. This is the same seller. All of these right here started right off the bat. Started at $39. Picture this. Started at 39, get up to 42. Watch this. 56,000. 49,000. 35,000. They're unloaded. So now let me go like this. Then what I'm going to look for, folks, is this. I'm going to go back, and I want to say, okay, tell me what kind of changes are happening like right now. And there's a buyer. So APP is a buyer. See that? No, I need 23. 1 second. Hold on, 23. Nothing's there. Yeah, nothing's there. On this particular one here, what I do is I'd stay right there. And, I don't let it get into that swing of, the $34 down there. But I'd stay right there because this is still pushing with volume. And that is, so they should be going after this. No, they're not going after this for the end. Yeah, I'd stay right there because it's pushing with volume. That's the bottom line. Disney, we can take a look at Disney out here. The low in Disney is 84. The high is 157. This is trading down $1.75. Now, this one here, was a confirmed ABC up. And, bottom line is that I believe it was like a 124, and it didn't make 124. What happened here, you took the B point out, took it out with volume, gets up to the 118, gives it up on price. When you have a high volume spike like this, you could have, first you could correct. That's the bottom line. You can correct, but this is a good setup, man. This is a good setup. It didn't get to a swing, which is a problem, which is it's not. That's 126. So yeah, you can expect, that's a high volume high. That being said, if we go back, let's go back. Let me do it this way. I mean, the way to do this, when you look at it, because you're failing on price today, so you pull that up and you say, okay, I can do a 0.382 retracement. And if it's a 0.382, that's going to bring you down to, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, 100. Yeah, 100. And right now, you're at 109. So okay, so what I want to get back now is the longer, because we know we've been doing these ABC structures, right? What you want to remember, folks, okay, is that the S&P is in a much larger ABC structure down. That's the bottom line. And you get these smaller ABC structures inside larger ABC structure, but the bottom line is that this baby is in an let me see, make sure. Yeah, this is the one, right? It's a large ABC structure on the way down. It broke the B point, broke it with volume, and that projection is somewhere into the top of the, let's get to the next number. I haven't done this in so long. Okay, so I took the most conservative one, which is 62. Yeah, it's 100 points. And that's 331. What's 331 on this thing? Yeah, 331 is right there. Yeah. So 331 is the number. That's the larger ABC structure down. And we've been following through with smaller ABC structures inside the larger ABC, which is really cool, man. I mean, when I say really cool, I'm talking about in harmony, okay? Because when you can get a daily, monthly, weekly, when you can get any of those to basically agree with your speculation, your probability goes up much higher that you're right in the context of where we're going. What's going to be interesting here is that my take is that, I was talking about this ABC structure down in gold yesterday, okay, 1798. Well, it's breaking the B point today, but the reality is it's not going to have the volume. Now, my take is that, 1798 is probably still game, because when I always look at the volumes, it's too close. Like, we actually had a volume bar that it is going to break. That was at 160,000. That was the low, that at 1871, which we already hit 1870. But when they're this close, I take the biggest bar. That being said, guess what, man? There's nothing holding this up. And what we also have, and this is where you put the combination together again, is the aspect of a dead cat bounce on the dollar. Let's go take a look at Shopify. Okay, SHOP. So Shopify right now, the low is 23, the high is 93. They're going to be coming out with numbers. Is today the 15th? What is today? Oh, no, it's not the 15th. That's next Wednesday. Okay, so if we take a look at Shopify, let's see what you got here. So we put this on a weekly. On a weekly, let's see, 158 million, 166. This is still in a consolidation. It's really not basically saying that it has to go higher. This is going to need more. This is building cause. That's what it's been doing. It's been building cause now going all the way back to May of 2022. You had a couple good jolts, but at this particular point, it looks to me like that's all you have, meaning that there's not a lot of action. Topside. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. We have the Dow. Dow Industrials right now trading down 290, 289. NASDAQ off 140. S&P's down 44. Come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 276, Nasdaq's up 137, S&Ps are off 42. Let's go over to ExxonMobil because Exxon's got some big news out here today, folks. And so check this out, man. So Exxon Mobil is creating a global trading division to compete more aggressively with British Petroleum and Shell. The new division will bring together Exxon's crude, natural gas, power, and petroleum products, the company said in an email to employees that was seen by Bloomberg, as part of a wider corporate reorganization that will establish a global business hub to manage finance and procurement. Global trading, to be formed later this year, will focus on driving commercial intensity and ultimately delivering industry-leading trading results, okay? The bottom line, folks, is that I'm telling you, man, every time that you see this happen, it's like problems in a huge way. So historically, Exxon has shunned the speculative trading because what they're going to do, folks, they're going to be a trading shop also, okay? That's the quickest way to lose all their profits. But let me go through this for you. Exxon has shunned speculative trading, preferring to focus on the production of oil, gas, motor fuels, and chemicals. The company, which has employed derivative instruments sparsely relative to European rivals, could one day become a major competitor to commodity merchants like Glencore, Trafigura. I should know that. I definitely got to know that because this is what the story is about. And Vital. Now let me show you something, right? So you see this, the bottom line. Wait till you see this. I'll pull this up on the other side. Now where is it? Okay. So one of the major trading shops, and all you bulls and bears and tigers and tigresses, you're gonna love this one, man, because this shows, number one, how much these companies made and how much they're not paying attention to what's going on. So what happened this morning, coming across the tape, is that one of the large companies that Exxon is going to try to emulate, all right, bottom line, just lost $577 million after finding the nickel that they've been buying, okay? Picture this. The nickel that they've been buying is not nickel. I mean, it's a mind blower. Now, there's two different things to look at here. That $577 million might be like $100 grand to you and I. I'm not quite sure, what it is. But I can tell you this. It's not paying attention to what's happening because they've been making so much money. Now, this company here, this came across this morning. And, the bottom line is that they have been buying a huge amount. Let me see where this... Let me see. Okay, so... They've spent the last 2 months uncovering what it believes is systematic fraud against it. It started legal against, so it's an Indian businessman, Pratik Gupta, and several companies connected to him, including TMT Metals and subsidiaries of the UD Trading Group. The bottom line is, when I see something like this really... Yeah, I mean, this is when people don't pay attention. So the point in the story is the Exxon getting into trading. Well, all that does is put another risk parameter inside the aspect because they have $58 billion they're sitting on. You sit on that much money. That's when, bottom line, it should go back to the investors, because the investors normally know a lot better than the actual companies when there's that much money involved. When there's that much money involved, you see it every single time that they just blow their brains out, and they spend it on something and they overprice, though they overpay for the product. That's what normally happens. Let's go take a look at the Qs and see what kind of volume we're going to get in this Q out here today. You got 15 minutes left, and you're at 42. That means we're going to do 62. They're going to blow some volume into this. Yesterday we did 56. You are really just barely into the strength. You're only into the strength by $2, and the length of that strength is 15. So 2's not a lot. Well, normally and the bar I'm talking about, folks, is when we broke topside inside the NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ is going to tell us quite a bit, because the fact of the matter is, if you dig into that bar a little bit more, then that's going to be a total failure, because it's going to go back in the lower range. And going in the lower range is really going to twist some heads, man, because the fact of the matter is that we did a 76% retracement from 6 months ago from the way down versus the way up. And a 67% retracement is a strong market, folks. Anything over a 0.618 retracement of the last leg is a strong market. Now, the cool thing is that what that is also saying is that the next time down, you're not going to go break lows. If we go to, let's go look at the SPY. I want to see if the SPY didn't do the same thing, but I'm just curious as to what it actually did. So, yeah, it did. Yes, it did. Wow. So that's the same setup, man. So that's also saying that what's going to happen here is that this is not going to be a straight move down. That's what this is saying. What it's saying, your first move will probably go back to the consolidation. The consolidation we're talking about in the SPY brings you down to that 374 rather. You mess around there, you build some more cars up, and then bottom line, then you can see the next iteration of the way down. That's how this is shaking out. We go take a look at the NVDA. Let's see what we got with NVIDIA. This equity likes to trade $10, $12 every day. So you're off 230 today. You're down 8. Because if you can get this right on the way up or the way down, it's a pretty cool trading stock, folks. So all he did here is come into ice and gave it up. Actually filled the gap. Look at that. Interesting. 230. Yeah, 230 was the gap. We hit 207. No, hold it. We hit 230. Unbelievable. So look what this did, man. And if this is going to be a failure, this is going to be right now. This is going to be this week. Look at this. I'd love to know how it does these things, man. Look at this. So the gap, folks, the exact number is 230.62, and we went to 230.20. You're coming into 262 million. Yeah. Now, don't shot this, because we're already at 215. Oh, no, hold it. Yeah, we're 215, there's only a day left. Yeah, no, that's going to be a failure. Depending where this closed. If NVIDIA closes tomorrow under 219.49, you definitely have a failure, man. And what that would set up is that it doesn't have to go all the way back, but you see the 178? Yeah, that's a sign of strength. So that'll be a nice, equity trade, option trade. That's a decent setup, particularly because what you have is that you have the aspect that they're personality stocks, and NVIDIA is definitely a personality stocks. Okay, people pile in on both sides of it, and that's what you like to see when you're piling in on both sides of it, because then the liquidity goes up dramatically, meaning that you're still a penny-wide stock, getting in and getting out. The Dow Industrials right now down 219, Nasdaq's off 111, S&P's are off 35. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 182, Nasdaq's off 91, S&Ps are off 29. So we got to go over these S&Ps because what you're going to see, bottom line, and this is important to understand inside ABC structures also. So we were talking about the ABC down. Your price projection was 4086. Well, we got 10 points lower than that, folks, okay? Bottom line goes down. And that's what's important about this, if you're going intraday, is that, you know, that's an extension of an additional 10 points. But I'm telling you, when an ABC finishes, folks, it does something different than it continues the same way. I'm just talking on a short-term basis, and this you can see it quite clearly. So you made the price projection, you got 10 points below the price projection, now you get a bounce. So if I was still trading this intraday, which I'm not, okay, because the bottom line is that, you know, there's all of, 20 minutes left on the first session. There's 5 minutes left till the market closes. Then what you do is this. You take the top of where you just started from, and in this particular case, it hit, and then I do a fib on that, and say, okay, so we just did a 50% retracement from that area, and then that's what you're going to start looking at tomorrow morning. What we're going to have at the close is that you're going to have a bearish engulfing, if we do the dailies, on the whole setup. And that's still a bearish occurrence. If you're into council charting, candlestick charting, you can see the bottom line. You have the bearish engulfing, and it's engulfing 5 days, so it's not a big deal. Okay, the more days that it engulfs, the stronger the signal is. But it's enough of a signal that, guess what? This market It's Thursday. Yeah, is it Thursday? It's Thursday. Yeah. So this is saying it's still going to be. We're going to have a problem out here tomorrow. That's how this is set up right now. If we go take a look at the. So at 578, that's going to be light again, man. I think it's. We'll see. I'm going to give you that update when I get on, unless there's a sell to close. That's going to be amazing. In both of them. So right now, both of these are still light. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great night, folks. Have a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 a.m. Great show, folks. Look at him, folks.
Building